Keep in mind that the interview I gave, I talked about how I suspected some of the people inside the psych wards were informants. And the guy who interviewed me said the same thing. And I said they seem to be pushing the program. They're not just informing, they're there to make sure the program goes smoothly. And here in the news now, if you look at the date, this is much after, this is days after, maybe even weeks after I made the interview. I did the interview. You see, it comes out, Santa Clara County. Remember, I was in Valley Medical Center, which is part of Santa Clara County's system. And there's psych wards in every prison. So it says flat out, Santa Clara County ex-jailer says planting informants was routine. And basically, it talks about how there's a Supreme Court ruling that prevents the government from sending anyone to interrogate defendants without their lawyer present. And if you go to the psych ward, you basically don't have a right to a lawyer because it has nothing to do with a criminal case. So it's much easier for them to do it in the psych ward. And if you go down to the end, it says law enforcement. Dixon also said law enforcement agencies upon occasion would book an informant on made-up charges to gather information. He called the practice 849, referring to the penal code section that requires the release of inmates who are charged with a crime within 48 hours. So there is plenty of information available to back up what I said and the things that I was speculating on. This goes back to my insight. Remember, I have superior insight. I didn't have the foresight to know this article is coming out. I had no way of knowing. You must understand that I know what is going on. Period. They know that I know. They're worried that my story is going to get out. And the fact that they had years, they had since 2009 to disprove me, and they could not do it. They had to send trolls. They had to cyber attack me, and they had to downplay the significance of my top martial artist challenge because they could not find anyone who could beat me. Period. And I know this because they planted informants in my life. If they're planting informants in my life, how hard would it be for them to plant somebody to accept my challenge who actually could beat me? Well, the answer to that one is, if they could do it, it would be easy. But there is no one who could beat me. And I cannot bring this up enough because I am blackballed and shunned. Recently also came out in the news that some celebrity actress, not too famous, named Monique, felt that she was being blackballed. It's common that the system blackballs black people. And it's come out that in California, they also talk about Orange County and LA County and, other things, And it talks about Sheriff Laurie Smith having taken over the prison system in 1998. Here we go. And Smith, who runs the jail, first took office in late 1998. Remember, who came to get me? The Santa Clara County Sheriff Department. Deputy sheriffs from the Santa Clara County Sheriff Department. Who is Laurie Smith, who's in charge of the jail? She's the Santa Clara County Sheriff. She's the sheriff, the head sheriff of the Santa Clara County Sheriff Department. Are you starting to understand now what is going on? Are the naysayers starting to shut the fuck up like they should have done a long fucking time ago? The fuck up! You bitch you! Again I've been vindicated. Again I've been proven right. Sorry for yelling, but you gotta realize how good it feels to have these pussies, these complete cowardly, sniveling, low-life pussies, just where I want them. And they have been proven 100% correct, beyond reasonable doubt. I'm sure there's not a single viewer watching this that hasn't come to the absolute conclusion that of course they plant informants and bootlickers in the same Santa Clara County detention system that has been caught on record. Mainstream news, Mercury News, on record, busted, violating a Supreme Court ruling in the jails, when there is no Supreme Court ruling in the psych ward, and it is the sheriffs who are doing it. The bitch took office in 1998 and has been running the jail system. And they determined to take me to the psych ward where they have informants and send to the jail where they have more illegal informants. Blatantly illegal informants. I hope you truly understand the depth of what is going on here. And when I upload my video, when I show you my Pfizer video again, it shows you how off-duty FBI agents are connected with Pfizer Global Security, which is obviously connected to Pfizer and to the pharmaceutical companies in general. And obviously, they're not the only security company that does it. Obviously, there's pharmaceutical FBI motherfuckers right here in the most populated state in the Union, California. This has to do with Homeland Security, and recently, ever since they had this Homeland Security budget problem, they've been following me a lot less. And they've been, you know, the pharmaceutical companies have them by the balls a lot more. Because if they don't get the funding they need to do it from the government, who the fuck you think gives them the funding in exchange for a little give and take? Scratch my back, I'll scratch your back type of shit. You guessed it. Pharmaceutical company and the greater mental health care oligarchy that's been in place for quite some time now. Do you understand the words that are coming out of your speaker? Do you understand the words that are in this article? Look up this article by Tracy Kaplan. Santa Clara County, ex-jailer says planting informants was routine. Then go to my video on Mekloke where I said, matter of fact, let me find that video for you. Okay, go to my Mekloke video. Go to where I said about the interview. I said I just did an interview. Here we go. Did psychiatric interview. Go to this video after you go to the article. Did psychiatry interview, and I'll post the link in the description or comments when I get it. Go down here. Okay, this is part 1. This is part 2. I'm almost positive it was part 2 I say it in, but I could be wrong. Ron Paul or Die. Mecca interview part 2. And what do I say in it? I say that there are fucking informants. And what does this guy claim? CIA mind control facility confirmed. Because it came out in the article that he posts. Matter of fact, let me go here. This has nothing to do with, well, it has to do with the interview, but it's not the interview. This is the video he put in his videos before the interview. And he says right here in stewweb.com, the Bush crime family companies, I haven't checked it out myself, but this is how he confirmed it. It said flat out that the Bush family owns Fremont Hospital. That is what he claimed. I haven't clicked on it because I'm worried about getting a virus and I have too much at stake. But you get the picture. You get the picture. And also I don't want to take the fucking hours to fucking troubleshoot it because some of these viruses are quite complex. But you get the picture. You know? Psychiatry interview. You know? So even if they take down my videos, they still have to take down part 1 and part 2. And part 2 has 78 views, so it's doing pretty good. Knowledge is power. Occupy your mind. Find the truth. I've spelled it out for you. I'm the top martial artist in California, and I'm being persecuted by for my political views. And it is Babylon's system doing it. But for those of you who are too foolish to understand that it really is Babylon's system, that it's not just something we say. These people are literally believing in the Babylonian ideology, but we'll just simplify it for you bootlickers. It is the pharmaceutical oligarchs. It is Big Pharma. It is the FBI. It is Homeland Security. It is the police. It is the Republicans and the Democrats. It is the collusion of a bunch of bootlicking scum. For those of you in the know, it is Babylon's system, the secret societies, and their network in institutions. The ones I've just named especially. Thank you.